if I am a vibrational being, then the whole day I am experiencing emotions then, because that's what a vibration does. I touch this person's energy, that's the leaf, and like the dog on the side, and the cat on the road, right, the car, right, the traffic towards work, Starbucks, the barista, throughout the day, like, right, like all of these emotions, just a walking accumulation of emotions that I am basically entertaining, right? So then I call it comes nighttime, you review. How do you review? Based on how you feel. No, scratch that. That's not what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is that here comes at night. If you don't filter it, you're in trouble. Because if you don't check how balanced you are, meaning both positive and negative, right? It needs to be at a balanced state, right? So it's like, how do I check that? Is based on how I feel, and that is going to be requiring, some amount of effort, because it's a constant work that I must do to check how I feel. But that's the only way that I can balance it, right? Because it's like I'm like continuously throughout the day, just hour after an hour, I'm feeling different emotions, unless I'm stuck on one of them, right? If I'm being like a childlike, or meaning a childlike is like my true being, right? If I'm being with all of the emotions, right? I feel everything, therefore, I notice, I choose. The problem is when you ignore it. When you ignore it, energy is gonna store in the body, and it's not gonna flow, right? So, based on my own understanding with a regular person's translation, I like speaking like that, right? Because this is Born Philosophers Radio. If I'm a vibrational being, I'm constantly feeling emotions, different type of emotions. That is why I'm here. That is what it means to be human. That's what I'm doing here on earth. Everything is vibrational. Everything you touch, feel, you see. Alright? So depending on how you feel, if you're like feeling on the more on the downside around 3 o'clock, it's like, is it just the overall collective? Just everybody's just tired. I'm just picking up on that energy, like my coworkers, everybody around me are like, we're tired. Is that what I'm feeling, or is this like deeper? Right? We don't even have to have a problem with feeling negative energy. I'm just tired. Like, I brush it off, like, because I've gotten so good at filtering my thoughts. I know I'm good. I just stop at where I'm at. Okay, no, snap out of it. Let's just stretch, because we're picking up on everybody's attention. Everybody's energy. It's time to go home. Right? Like, you have to be that confident with your self-awareness, and know, and to have that amount of self-confidence in your self-awareness. It can only come by studying yourself, by studying your behavior, by knowing who you are. Are you a person? Are you a warrior? Because you have to own it, right? Because you have to work on it. Why do you worry? Are you a person it's whatever it is? Before you get to that stage, truly knowing yourself, you have to do work. The work of getting to know yourself. The work of know thyself, right? Because then even if I catch myself reacting towards something, it's like, whoa, it's going to be a lesson. Yo, that doesn't mean, what was that? Oh, it's because you just reacted without thinking. Oh, okay, whatever. And if I think, even like by myself, if I catch myself thinking of me feeling a certain way, it's like when you stop and think, it's like, wait, when you know yourself, wait, I don't think like this. Why is this thing bothering me? I catch myself laughing so many times. It's like, what the fuck? That isn't okay. You know what? All right. Good thing is, like, we caught you, but I cast you out. You're not my thought. I let you go. bye-bye. But that only comes from truly understanding myself. I know I'm a very, very, very careless person when it comes to these, like, I don't know, normal, what psychological normal state. Right? I don't have a person in my life from a personal experience that I envy or I hated, or what I'm realizing now, the more I understand and learn about spirituality, I've learned that I have been more spirit than human, right? Since I was a kid, right? Thank God to my psychology now, as a graduate student, there was a lot of examples that we have to do. So I always say psychology changes you because you're integrated towards your life. It's not just, it truly changes your personality, right? So a lot of examples that we had to remember in our childhood, right? A lot of exercises that we had to do. And what I'm learning is that from a very, very young age, I used to zoom out. Because back home in Ethiopia, I don't know, the psychology was different. Teachers understood. I didn't really get in trouble. They actually felt sorry for me. They would put me out of class, right? Because, they thought like something must be going on at home. That's why she zooms out. And no, I just zoom out. If there's a window, I'm zooming out. And there's always a window. And right? And actually, one time, I remember this. I forgot what exercise we were doing, but it was something that I have never thought about my whole entire life. Right? Until 2023, I did the exercise, and I remembered when I was around maybe like 12, 13 years old, me and my brothers walking back from school. There was a car behind us, and it was honking on me, but I couldn't hear it. And my brothers already walked to the side. I didn't know, but what happened was it seems I continued to walk forward, and the car is following me behind. The car is behind me. I'm blocking him, but my brothers already got away on the side, and people that are also walking around on the street are yelling, like trying to get my attention. And it turned out the driver was a family friend. That's why he was honking at me. He was actually playing with me. And then he freaked out. He pulled out, like he had to get out the car and shake me. And I woke up then. He's like, he was like, just get in the car. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you must be tired. Just go to sleep, okay? And he dropped me. He dropped us. So we lived like around almost next to each other. But like, I remembered that, and it's like, I even shared it with my instructor, right? He said a lot of childhood experiences like surface themselves, especially when there is a cultural diversity. Something happens like at a young age, like when you ignite a young person. It's like before, because I came to the States at a bad age. I was not a teenager, or I was not a kid, or I was like in between, right? So it's like my childhood, I was still a child. But my last year of childhood, or I guess transition before high school, was very fast. There was so much that I've learned, that what happened before moving to the States is like gone, or like it was closed off. A lot of the things, a lot of the memories, because we're too busy trying to fit in, as a teenager, 13, 14 years old, trying to sound like everybody else, because we spoke a different English, right? But the point being, I'm sleepy. I'm sure I made my point. If not, we shall continue. No, it's 10:10. Let's stop.